It's Ape-pocalypse now. A new Kong Skull Island trailer debuted, and we're here to break down his royal gorillaness next on Screen Junkies News. That's what's happening. Hey, what's up, live internet? Welcome back to Screen Junkies News. I am Hector Navarro. We're here breaking down the new trailer for Kong Skull Island. Here is my incredibly qualified panel of experts. Far left, we've got Miss Roth Cornett. She's here. She's seen all the Godzillas, all the King Kongs. We're going to break it down. We've got Mr. Andy Signori, Screen Junkies maestro. That's the guy.
I've only seen the 90s Godzilla.
The 90s Godzilla.
Is that true?
Matthew Broderick, that's all you need. And then over on the fan cam, we got Charlie. Charlie in the fan cam. Hey, Charlie. Okay, great. All right,
That's all I got.
She's going to be reading you guys' comments as you guys are commenting right now. So let's get right into this trailer, guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, any initial thoughts before we jump in? No?
John C. Reilly was funnier than I thought. I mean, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
That was sort of the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah, after what we saw at Comic-Con, we knew how, we're going to get into this, but how big Kong is, which is an important thing for what's coming in the future. But yeah, there was a lot more humor here than I thought. That's kind of my overall thought.
Then the first trailer. So let's jump right into
do it.
Here we go. That is a thing we're used to. We've seen that before. Appropriate
So
audiences.
interesting. So I guess we're being, this is 1991 is the period we're in.
1971.
Sorry, 1971. Yes,
Andy.
I'm stuck in the 90s.
So it takes place during the Vietnam era, and they have this sort of retro Warner Brothers and Legendary logos happening.
Very bad robot opening.
Yeah, to kick us right into the feel of it.
And is it a Chinese production company, the third logo that we're seeing after Legendary? Probably, right?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
what that is. Okay, great, cool. All right, let's keep moving through the trailer. Nice little projection here. Pause there. That's Mr. Samuel L. Jackson.
There he
Who
is.
is he playing? What is his character? What do we know?
Lieutenant Colonel Packard, and he's basically been assigned to fly them to Skull Island for this expedition, and he seems none too pleased
He looks
about
bored.
it.
But I guess what? I don't think he's going to be
He's not
bored
going
when
to
he
be bored
gets
much
there.
longer.
I know, and also we got to mention too. This whole time we're hearing Credence, Clearwater Revival, Bad Moon Rising. Great song, all time.
Yeah, a lot of this is, and as we keep going forward, we'll see a lot of the trailer is hearkening to some of the, like right here, more iconic films that take place during Vietnam, some of the helicopter shots that we'll see, kind of a very apocalypse now feeling.
Absolutely. I think we're hearing the voice of John Goodman, who plays a character named Bill Randa, who is a government official in charge of the expedition. And then again, we're hearing the words as we see the shot of the island.
Love John
Myth
Goodman.
and science meet. Myth and science meet.
Dun, dun, dun,
I'm going to go there. That sounds awesome.
I don't want to go there. Skull Island,
Yes, you
Andy. It's
would.
bad. It's real bad.
Well, if you could be safe, you'd go there.
Probably. All right, let's keep going forward.
Skull Island, as we come forward, is often referred to as being off the
That's
coast
fancy.
of Sumatra. Look at
Yes.
this bomb. So, all right.
Or is it a GoPro? They didn't have those back then.
No, they
Well,
didn't. It's definitely a bomb.
It's a bomb, and they're saying that basically they're using explosives to do seismic testing, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And so we're thinking that that's a lie that the government is telling, and that they're really trying to awaken the monsters.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. So let's keep scrolling forward. I believe the next shot we're going to see, this is actor Corey Hawkins. We know him from Straight Outta Compton.
Love
He
him,
played
yeah.
Can't
Dr.
forget
Dre.
Dre.
Soon
Don't
to be the new
forget-
24.
Can't forget about Dre. He's going to be in the new 24. He was in Walking Dead. So that's Corey Hawkins, and he seems like the seismic expert, or at least somebody that they hired
Got
to
some
like
fancy computers.
to BS that. Yes, fancy 70s computers here. Let's keep going forward in the
There's
trailer.
Tom
There he is. This is
Hiddleston.
Captain James Conrad, and he's sort of like the leader of the explorers, former British SAS, and I feel like the conflict that we're going to see on the human level is going to be him and the U.S. Army. Yes, and also monsters, which
Yeah,
they'll
I
need
would
to
Nope,
fight.
more monsters.
At the human level, yes. Okay, let's keep going forward. I think we've got, this is just a great, look at that
Look
shot.
at that shot.
He's
That's-
enjoying the carnage.
That's Vietnam right there, and I believe that is actor, what is the actor's name? The guy who, what's his name? I'm blanking on it. I just looked it up a second ago.
Well, in the interim, we can talk about this. Is the director is Jordan Vogt Roberts of The Kings of Summer. This is his first big budget action film. Loving what I'm seeing in this trailer in terms of the direction. I think we would probably just keep moving
Keep moving,
along.
Okay, sounds good.
There we go. There's
Brie
Brie Larson.
Captain Marvel.
I like her.
Captain Marvel herself. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but she doesn't have a line in the trailer.
So she's playing Weaver, who's a photojournalist and a peace activist in this film. So there's a lot, and we're going to talk about this. There's a lot of this is an analog for the Vietnam War, a lot of this.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this was shot pre-Oscar and pre-Captain Marvel. So hopefully it's a good media role.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep going forward. We've got another shot of another fantastic actor here coming up. That's Toby Kebbell, who was in the Fantastic Four film nobody watched.
Let's say good movies.
Fine, okay.
He also played an ape.
He played an ape, Koba.
Koba
was
Dawn
great.
of the Planet
Way
of the
better than
Apes.
Doctor Doom, yeah.
So good, so good. And he's been in a bunch of other stuff that people like him in. But there he is saying, "Is that a monkey?"
Yeah, this is the reveal. Here we go. Let's see it. What? That was a tree.
Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully Toby Kebbell wasn't.
All
in
right,
that,
there's
helicopter
the
there.
beast.
Does this bring you so much joy?
Right there.
That was a
Kong,
good
there it is.
360.
There it is. So
at
let's
those
talk a little
teeth.
bit about his height. This is the first time we're seeing him. He looks massive. Normally King Kong has been like 30 to maybe 50 feet.
Right.
How tall is he in this, and how come?
So he's 100 feet tall in this film, and the reason is that because when Godzilla came out, Godzilla was the largest Godzilla that we'd ever seen. He was 300.
In 2014 Godzilla.
Yes.
Yes, okay, great.
And he was 350 feet. Is it really that long ago now? It really is.
2 years, yeah.
2 years. So he was 350 feet tall. So immediately when they announced Kong Skull Island, people were like, well, Godzilla and Kong are going to have to fight. So you're going to have to make Kong a lot bigger. So they did. They addressed it. And he's 100 feet tall, which I still think is quite a bit shorter than our 350-foot Godzilla. And
Well, guys, this is the 70s. Kong will clearly grow.
And Kong is smaller than Godzilla.
Yeah, but I think he'll grow to eventually get to the showdown.
By
They're not
being
going to kill
exposed-
Kong in this movie.
By being exposed to some sort of like
Yeah, if he's
radioactive
to
or nuclear
gamma or-
material or something.
exactly.
I think he's going to stay 100 feet. I think that somebody who is the height of another larger opponent can still fight them. Has no one read David and Goliath? Has nobody ever seen Tony Jaa fight a guy like the
Well, you
short
were
people
saying
can
like
fight?
he's just going to climb up on him.
Yeah, he's going to use his monkey abilities.
not-
Yeah.
That's cool.
As opposed to Godzilla stomping around and just like in the fight, I'm
course.
putting my money on Kong because that dude has opposable thumbs and Godzilla's like like nuclear breath.
Right, there
but
they are
Kong's
reacting
fast.
to him. Look at this.
All right, we can move
That's
forward.
a good
but,
scream face.
But
Really
my,
great.
but
I like
my,
seeing him in something other than Loki. There it is.
my money is always. I love this Kong. Look at this. This is straight out of the Universal ride.
Yep.
That image. So somebody really liked that. And then also they went back to the 1933
The original
version.
Universal ride, which is no
Yes,
longer.
before they updated it with Peter
Yeah.
Jackson. Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Keep
But
going.
you were saying, Ralph, that
So this Kong walks in an upright position, rather like a gorilla, rather than like an actual gorilla. And the reason is they want you to know right away, like this is not
a gorilla.
a gorilla.
Right.
This is
I
a
love
whole
that
other
hand.
creature.
Yeah, and there he's given his handprint on the mountaintop.
Which
That
like, if
seems
you-
bigger than he is.
I know, and I think that that's just a visual trick, Andy. I feel like that mountain's going to be small enough.
Is that the tribal
100
people have done that to scare people away? Maybe.
Maybe it is Kong, but I'm saying that I think that little hill that might just be a really large hill as opposed to a mountain
Do
because
you
it looks
think?
massive.
Do you think that mountain is his Wilson?
Yes, he's going to talk to that mountain because he feels lonely. That's
got it.
absolutely
He
right.
got it.
That's from
Ross still
Castaway.
not getting it.
No, I
Okay.
got it. I just want us to
It was
move
just
along in the
real dumb.
trailer. I
There he
have
is,
detailed
John Goodman.
notes here. That
John
we have
Goodman,
to
I like
say.
him.
Yeah, what is John Goodman's character that he's playing?
So John Goodman's character knows that Kong was there.
Yes.
He is the person that is. I think he's the person that's behind the entire thing in terms of like he's the one that's trying to awaken the monsters and get Kong
Because he wants proof.
Because he wants proof, but I
Right.
think also Kong is always in these films he becomes such a commodity, right?
So it's the old, there's no trouble in this island. Just
Right.
come with me.
Now that we're here, let's
Yep.
capture him. Yeah, exactly. Let's keep moving forward in the trailer. Okay, yeah, so that's what he's really excited about. We've got soldiers already losing their lives. For me, as a comic book fan, really reminiscent of The Losers on Dinosaur Island DC Comics. Now, this is actress Qian Jing, and she plays a character named San. Don't know anything about her, but she's a big international cinema star. Keep going forward. John Goodman
See,
talking about
conflict.
proof. Yep. Now we've got some indigenous people here, right here, before we meet another character. But what do we make of this group of this indigenous tribe here?
I mean, this is also sort of referential of Kongs of past, you know, and the idea that there's always, and also there would be people living there, right? There would be an indigenous people living there. Although, here's a question: like, clearly, with all the creatures on the island, they're gigantic, you know.
Right.
So why are the people small?
Because they're not eating whatever The animals.
They'd eat different fruit?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. I don't know. That's a great question. It would be great if they just had like 50 feet tall people.
Yeah.
I'm just distracted seeing Tom Hiddleston with a gun. He looks so handsome.
Go forward a little bit. Oh, Tom Hiddleston with a
Yeah,
gun?
just, I'm not used to seeing him in like that. You know, it's just like I'm down. But
Bam.
yeah, here's the comic relief.
John C. Reilly, surprisingly funny in the trailer. I'm all for it. I'm excited about it. We're already making predictions about his character, but it looks like he might be wearing a World War II era hat. You World War II buffs on the internet, let us know if that's correct. We can't exactly make out what's on the back of the jacket. What does
Yeah.
it say there? For your health?
Yeah.
Get out of town. Is that a Steve Brule reference? Did we just find a Steve Brule reference for your health? Live on Screen Junkies News. There's your sneak peek, guys. There's
Easter
your
eggs.
scoop.
The theory that we have going around here is that he got lost or after World War II, and that he basically found his way to this island somehow. And
He's clearly been there a while.
And we will we'll hit on that in a second.
But
when
he
we see
does
another
shave
shot of him.
later. He's trimmed, has a
Oh,
trim
really?
beard later,
Okay,
we'll
great.
notice.
Okay, great.
But yeah,
Probably-
there's Tom Hiddleston again. I'm curious in the comments. Am I the only one having trouble just getting used to seeing Tom Hiddleston in a role like this? It just seems.
Do you only watch Marvel movies? Is that the
Yeah,
thing?
well, or no, he does like period movies. Like
That's true,
I'm saying,
actually,
like
yeah.
with the action star. I'm curious what they think. I want to see it, but it's a it's a little.
I can see it. I can see
All right,
it.
I'm excited.
I know
It's
Ryan
a
can
turn
see
for
it.
him.
Let's keep
so
going
working
forward.
for me. Let's move on.
It's good working for me too. I love
right
that
here.
shot. That is a
Yeah.
very cool shot.
Really cool shot that the indigenous people painted or created.
Optic
of
trick.
Kong. Optic trick. It looks like
It's
we
more
can
complicated
see,
to paint that way too.
It is. We can, yeah, absolutely. We can see. I love art installations like that in
Yeah.
museums. We can see people worshiping Kong there, and the little painted
Mm-hmm.
people in the foot there. Let's keep moving forward, scrolling through. Another
I mean, what do
handsome
you think of that
Come
shot,
on.
He looked
though?
good. He looks
did
good.
look
Andy.
Look at this though.
John C.
I
Reilly's
love
taking a
this.
bath.
describing that he keeps to himself. Kong.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing here, again, we were talking about this is such a analog for Vietnam, is that, he was just there sort of being a good king, minding his own business, which is not exactly a direct analog, by the way. I'm not saying that. But that they're coming in and starting this fight with him, going after resources, like Kong himself is the resource. Anyway.
Absolutely. We got to mention, too, that actor Terry Notary is doing the mocap for Kong. Apparently, he also was the choreographer veteran for the Planet of the Apes films, where Andy Serkis was like an actor and did his own mocap as well. He worked on the BFG. He worked on Warcraft with Toby Kebbell as well. Toby Kebbell played another, I think, an orc, like the main
That
orc.
fur looks great.
It looks good.
Let's keep moving.
Looks good. Let's keep going, scrolling through the trailer.
There he is being funny again. March, it's coming
saying
soon.
You don't go into somebody's
Love this
house
shot.
and
I
This
love
is the
this shot.
poster.
pause this. Vietnam.
Totally,
This is
100%.
nom, nom, nom,
Apocalypse
nom, nom.
Now.
Yeah.
This is Apocalypse Now.
like the
but with
Hearts of Darkness
with an
poster.
eight. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Let's keep scrolling forward.
So now we see these are going to be our the creature villains, right? These are the people. These are the
Yes.
creatures that are coming. Oh wait, this is Jason Mitchell. Fun
Jason
fact,
Mitchell.
who played Eazy-E,
Straight Outta
also in Straight
Compton.
Outta
Oh, wow.
Compton. Yeah.
And he
Didn't
plays
recognize
Glenn
him.
Milk, who's a helicopter pilot. Also, fun fact, he was in the movie Keanu. And Roth, you mentioned that at the Keanu premiere, he adopted 2 kittens for his kids.
Well, at the junket, I went to
The
the
junket.
junket for Keanu literally because
Cool.
they had kittens, and they were all up for adoption, and Jason Mitchell
got
adopted 2 for his
for
daughter.
Good on
Mitchell,
him.
good dude, Jason Mitchell. But let's keep scrolling forward. We're talking about the monsters. Roth, keep talking about. John C. Reilly calls these things.
Oh, there we go. We got a
what were they?
flash.
Skull crawlers.
Skull crawlers. Whoa.
And they're kind of rad. Like, so they're on, they have, it looks like, well, from what we can discern, and you guys tell us, that they have 2 front legs, but they are crawling. They have no back legs, and they are sort of reminiscent of the monsters in 1933, lizard monsters, somewhat reminiscent, though they do appear to have very skull-like faces.
Yes, which we will see in a little bit. That's right. Let's keep going forward. Here we're coming up on
I'm
an
such a
iconic.
nerd right now.
This right here.
Impressed.
This is an iconic Kong moment.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
This is what is this, Rob?
So this is kind of like, to me, it's not exactly this, but it looks similar to the moment when he would either be with Fay Wray or Jessica Lange or Naomi Watts, where he's sort of with the beautiful woman, except that Tom Hiddleston,
Yes.
to your earlier point, Andy, is also there.
Maybe
And
when
so-
they say "'Twas beauty killed the beast," it'll be Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah,
this
he's
time
pretty
around.
hot.
It's very beautiful. He's a beaut.
I mean, you seem to be leaning that way.
Yeah. Let's keep scrolling forward. We're about to see another cool creature here. What is this, you guys?
Just a ram.
Just a
or
ram?
Buffalo,
Water buffalo?
water
Buffalo,
buffalo.
yeah.
But this is more
Gentle.
evidence of seeing
Sorry,
gigantism
water buffalo.
on the island. Maybe
Didn't mean to be a Ramsist.
Why aren't the no, you're fine. Why aren't the people big, but the animals are? Well, all of the animals suffer from gigantism or something. So
Maybe we'll see some giant tribes people. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool. And then that way, Legendary can do Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Maybe Tom
Boom.
Hiddleston, yeah, or exactly.
Third
Alison
film in
Brie
your
will
franchise.
become-
That's right. Okay, let's keep
Breaking
going.
it here on Screen Junkies News.
Bam. And another shot of the skull crawler here.
Yeah, and I think he really does look like they have skull-like faces.
Yep. Let's keep scrolling forward. And again, that just pause real quick. Well, this is reminiscent of Vietnam imagery as well.
But
You
with
guys
a
wanna
giant
talk about
ape.
that? But with a giant ape. That's what Kong Skull Island is. It's Vietnam imagery,
Yeah,
but with a giant ape.
and
Yeah.
monsters. I'm in.
I think that was probably the elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Just to double down on that phrase that the trailer was going through is "We don't belong here,"
We don't.
which is
clearly.
very evocative of the United States feelings then and even now, especially about the war in Vietnam. So that's
So
great.
I think we can.
Keep playing. Let's see this shot out.
Thank you.
Wham! Look at that. Oh, I love the fire
I
to the
love that.
eyes. And keep going. Oh,
Nice.
that's a great. Oh,
Giant spider
spiders.
arachnid.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm a big Johnny Quest fan. That just reminds me of Johnny Quest. I mean, this is just another example of the gigantism on the island. So we're probably going to see some more creepy crawlies. And then pause right here. John C. Reilly wielding a katana.
Love it.
It
Yeah.
seems like a traditional Japanese weapon. And this goes back to, looks like he shaved.
Yep.
He's probably ready to die or something. But we were saying that it may be himself and Japanese pilots during World War II crash landed on the island
Yeah.
and then decided to band together to survive against the animals and creatures of the island. So.
That's what we're guessing.
Yeah.
I mean, just based on sort of that.
This shot's epic.
Yeah, it really is. And he
great.
is. He just seems ready to throw down and fight and be a warrior once
After
again.
they've made him the comic relief, to give him this moment is odd in the trailer, but I'm sure it's gonna be great in the movie.
Very cool.
Keep moving.
This is, you may recognize from Agent Carter.
That's right. That's right.
Shea Wingham. I have my
Yes.
notes. I have detailed notes because I'm a
Yeah.
nurt.
He's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
that guy.
totally. Great
He's one of
character
those
actor.
guys.
We know that face. We've seen him in a ton of
But
stuff.
look at that face.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, he was
Also
great on
very
Carter.
platoon-esque right there. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then probably our best shot of a skull crawler. Now, what the heck
Well,
is this, guys?
we don't know what this is. So this giant dung beetle?
Or it's like a walking stick bug. It's like a wood creature, but it's moving and it's So, and then we had that shot of Kong and how big his feet were, and so let's keep going forward. And again, I think we just saw another shot of a skull crawler. Definitely have
Oh,
no
look
back
at that.
legs, and that is Kong, the king
I'm in.
of Skull
I'm
Island.
so in. This
Yeah.
trailer has me completely sold on this movie. I love the imagery. I love the look of Kong. I think they've done such a spectacular job with him. I do love how giant he is. I can't help but love giant monsters. I don't know how you guys feel. Anyway.
I am really, really excited about how fun this trailer was. People were criticizing the humor, the comedy in the trailer, comparing it to the first trailer, which was definitely more mysterious and more dramatic. I think that this just means that this is going to be a good time at the theater come March. I think I'm just going to have a good time. Andy, what do you think?
I mean, my favorite part of the last, which I wasn't a huge fan of Peter Jackson's film, it looked beautiful, but
Yeah.
I loved the scene with him and the T-Rexes.
Yeah.
Those moments, just seeing him set loose.
So
So
cool.
him on this island and focusing more on that, I'm excited.
And I think we're going to get to see him fight. I mean, we're not seeing that here, but I think
Right.
we're certainly going to see him fighting the skull crawlers, and we're going to see some giant monster fights that we would expect from a Kong movie, just the same way we had that amazing like atomic breath moment in the last Godzilla. Whatever you think about that movie, that was an awesome moment.
There it is. It's
there
over.
it is.
There it is. Do
About
you
to
guys think
fight.
that we're going to see a Godzilla cameo or some reference or something? Somebody's going to drop a hint like, we were studying some seismic activity.
I do. I
Okay.
think that they're going to, especially if we're correct about John C. Reilly's role, that if he is
Yeah.
coming from the World War II era, I feel like we are definitely going to see a reference to another giant monster that's even scarier and bigger.
There you
Well, there's
go.
also the whole Monarch Industries, right? I mean, that's the way
Yeah,
that
talk
they're
about that a little
trying
bit.
to
What
tie
is
in.
that, in case people aren't aware?
It's the way that Godzilla has their scientists, right? The lab that's sort of making all the stuff that's happening and been joining on it. But yes, it's formed in secrecy in 1946. It says here the joint coalition between several governments to hunt and study massive unidentified terrestrial organisms. So that's a good way to have this sort of blend together. I think it's a smart way to do that.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
we're
very-
going to be seeing that in the future, Godzilla.
Absolutely. I love that. That unidentified terrestrial organisms, massive unidentified, is a really smart adult way to say giant monsters.
Giant monsters are
Giant
going to fight
monsters
is
are
basically
gonna
the
fight.
long and the short of it.
Guys, so there you have it, guys. There is our trailer review for Kong Skull Island. That's our recap. We want to know what you guys think in the comments below.
Do you want to check in with Charlie really quick and
Charlie,
see if
Did
there,
people
if
think,
there's
Charlie.
any-
did anyone think Tom Hiddleston looks crazy, or is it just me?
No, I don't think anyone has said anything but positive, wonderful things about Tom Hiddleston. A lot of comments about how there's a lot of Marvel cast in this.
Oh yeah,
It's
Captain
kinda-
Marvel.
Well, like wall-to-wall
Sam.
Marvel.
Nick Fury.
Loki.
Nick Fury.
But if there's one question I think is most of all people are talking about is the tone. What do you think the actual tone of the movie is going to be? Is it they've been really heavy with the comedy in the trailer? Can we expect that in the movie?
I mean, it's hard to tell, right? Because I will agree that the first trailer and this one are very tonally dissonant. And what we saw at Comic-Con, I don't know if you guys were in Hall H.
I was,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I was with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, at Comic-Con is very tonally dissonant. I feel like that they're picking their moments, and I feel like in the overall film it will be a blend of those. And they don't want it to be so heavy-handed that it's not a joyful experience at the theater. But I also don't think it's just going to be jokes.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling something horrible is going to happen, and as we're all bummed out, that's when they introduced John C.
Yeah.
Reilly as that levity, and that's
Yeah, it was
that's
clear
his
to
no
me
brainer.
they're going for a dark, fun, but still fun. Like this, having John C. Reilly come in and add that moment of fun, to me, got me a little more confident. Okay, this isn't just going to be a gritty, crazy thing. Like we're going to
Yeah.
have fun with it, which gives me hope.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, guys. That is our trailer recap for Kong Skull Island. Like I said earlier, we want to know what you guys think, so go ahead and let us know in the comments below. Did we miss anything? Are you a massive Kong fan? Is there stuff that you're super excited about being a Kong fan? You can also watch more videos right here, and you guys can always tweet at us at SJ News, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for more Screen Junkies news stuff. Bye.